So here's a quick demonstration of Dr. Frost Maths. So the students need to log in for this website, and if they haven't got their login details, they can just message their teacher to see it. Sometimes work will be set for them. Otherwise, if they want to look something up, they can do here. For example, if they wanted to work on Pythagoras' theorem, they can start to type Pythagoras' theorem, and then we get some options coming up. And clearly probably is the best thing now is to pick up the exam practice. So if you click explore here, then it takes you through to this screen, which you can come via the menu, but I think the search bar is easiest. First thing here are all video links, so some specifics and then an overall one. If they click on that, it'll take them to a video by Dr. Frost Maths to run through and show something. And they're all on YouTube, so students can skip through for the appropriate part. If they want extra practice, they want to do some exam practice on that part of Pythagoras' theorem and this part, and they can scroll down and they can navigate this menu on the left-hand side. They can then do some practice on those things, okay? So if they click practice, there's the option of just doing exam questions, whether they want to do a certain number or keep going until I say. And the advantage then is they get to do questions and they input their answers and the website will say whether they're correct or not. And if they struggle, then they get to watch the video for help at the top. So that's Dr. Frost Maths. You have to log in for that one. Another one is Corbett Maths. So if we Google Corbett Maths, we'll come to this homepage and we want to go to the videos. Okay. Now, this is one long list of lots of topics, lots and lots of maths topics. And if students are struggling for the exact wording of what they need, then of course they just need to speak to their teacher. On every single one, so this average is here, looking at mode, you've got a video explaining it. Again, if we click those, it will take you through, hosted on YouTube once more. And next to that, the video, you've got the practice questions. So they're a bit more exam-like. This is just the textbook one. So if we just went on the averages mode, sometimes you have to click again for questions, but you can see below there were the answers. Okay. Of course, they've got QR codes to the various ones. So this is all the averages looking at it. You can see various questions for the students to do. And if they want to check their work, which is super important, then they can see that exact same sheet with written answers. Now that long list can be quite daunting. So again, if they can just search in the bar. I'm on a keyboard here, so I can do Control F. If they're on their phone, they can search in the page and they can look something up. So again, I just did Pythagoras on the last one. If I went to that, you can see the amount of detail in the Pythagoras theorem. So we've got an overall where it might be on a graph, looking at 3D Pythagoras for those doing the higher tier, a distance between 2 points and coordinates down here. So lots of videos. This is great support on Corbett Maths. And the third one that I particularly want to mention is Maths Genie. It's got a variety of things, a countdown over here for 108 days time until that first paper one. We want to do some GCSE revision at the top, and I have these pages just bookmarked. Again, you can search for topics here. You can do Control F again or search in the page. These are loosely graded, okay? I don't think you can truly grade a topic because the questions can be all sorts of different levels, but it just gives you a rough idea, which is good. So grade 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's everything on the foundation tier, clearly overlapping 4 and 5 for the higher tier, going on to grade 6, 7, and then 8 or 9 down the bottom. Each one again, let's go here for a bit of trigonometry, SOHCAHTOA. This first link here pops open, videos explaining it. Okay, that's 3 lots of videos now. So if they're disliking one method, they get a bit fed up of one person's voice, they can go to another one and hear it differently. Then you've got exam questions, and again, SOHCAHTOA written here, for example, in trigonometry. This first one just does it all on the one page, so it's quite printer friendly. I use some of these in my lessons, for instance. Okay. Otherwise, here you've got it laid out where there's actual space to write each answer. But again, an opportunity to practice on a specific topic for some questions. And over on the right hand side here, again, that same document that we just saw, but with worked solutions. Okay, and they're near enough right. Every now and then you will get an error sometimes crop up. They do get amended, but it's not necessarily perfect. And if a student wants to check, they think they're right, but this is wrong and they're not sure why, obviously do speak with their class teacher. So that was just a little run through of 3 websites amongst many that can be